Race number 8, the Luard Handicap. Red Majesty, one of Nick's favourites, 8-time course and distance winner. He's on the class drop too. Meaningful Star has his first start since February last year. He's had a left ligament injury in the foreleg. Sight Spirit has a tongue tie going on. Solar wins to the 1650 for the first time. Gallant Crown's a 4-time course and distance winner. E-Legend back up in grade to class 3. Well, Riches makes his Happy Valley debut. Trader has to be some sort of query at the trip. And Folds goes from the 1400. He has his first look over the 1650 metres also. Speed here, Nick. It's a good pace, but the rail in the extreme position means it's a shortish run to the first turn.
It is, and look, this course can usually suit a front runner, C+3, and All Riches has got an abundance of speed, and he does only really have one way of going, that is to lead, but he's drawn 10, so he's going to have to come across runners, and he might just get sort of held out, perhaps, by Red Majesty, who is drawn 3, a better gate for him. He can lead and does know his way around here extremely well, of course. Trader might be caught a little bit deep. E-Legend, interesting runner from a good draw. Zach was prominent enough on him last time, Paul, and I'll expect a bit of the same this time in.
Yeah, he should get a nice run, whatever happens. Folds is up in trip. I think he'll get a better run. 3 back, a Meaningful Star. We haven't seen him for a long time. He should be midfield.
You are exactly right, Paul. It was February 23, 2022. We last saw Meaningful Star, so Nick spoke to his trainer, Francis Loy, to check on his progress.
Francis Loy, Meaningful Star is a horse that we haven't seen for almost a year to the day. He'll return at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. First of all, what's been his issue, Francis? What's kept him off the track, this horse?
Yeah, I think he been for a long time, and he have a leg problem, and we put him on rest and send him to Chongfa a couple of while, but after rest he can do the normal work, even a barrier trial. Even a trial is okay.
Obviously never easy to bring horses back from a long layoff. Was it an injury that was always going to take the best part of 12 months?
Yeah, at this stage, you know, the vet always suggests you to give him a little bit of time.
When we last saw him, Francis, he was a winner. He beat Gift of Lifeline. He's putting together a really good record here at Happy Valley now, this horse.
Yeah, he likes Happy Valley very much, and that's why this time I also put him back to Happy Valley.
He's had a couple of trials. Have you and the team and everyone involved been happy with his trials leading into his return?
Yeah, we're happy with his trials, but still, you know, he haven't run for a long time.
He has got a very good run fresh previously, so could this possibly be the time to catch him? Do you think you've got him to a point where he possibly could go very close first time out, or will he need this run?
I hope he can, and this time he also have not a bad draw. I think the draw also can help in Happy Valley.
Yeah, you got the right man on board with Vincent as well. Just on that angle, if I may, the latest on Golden 60, how has he been? And obviously another big day upcoming for him.
He's okay, and he's still healthy.
Do you feel that you've got a horse going into the Gold Cup where you can, he'll be able to certainly win it again? I mean, last time out, Francis, he was so impressive, and did he come out of that race well? Was everything all okay after that race?
Hey, it's okay. Everything is fine, and I hope he can handle this distance. Before he also can handle. I think now he can handle.
Do you think as he gets older that maybe sort of 2000 he's going to appreciate it a little bit more?
I think so, because I think it's more relaxed. He seems much better for him.
What a clash on Sunday, Romantic Warrior v Golden 60. But the horse that you asked, Francis, about, Nick, Meaningful Star, long time off the scene, but a good record over the 1650.
Yeah, look, very much so. I mean, look, he's won, what's he won now? He's obviously just the one from 5, and he's won a couple here at Happy Valley. So, look, I didn't mind his trials, and fresh might be the time to catch him, Paul.
Yeah, no, definitely. And look, he was placed fresh up in the past and then won second up. So what he does here, I think he'll improve on as well. Obviously with that big gap as well, the big break.
That's Meaningful Star. Solar wins, Paul. He's a horse coming to Happy Valley for the 3rd time. Good draw, barrier number 1. He does like to get back and flash home late.
Yeah, so I don't know if barrier 1 is actually the best draw for him, because, as you say, he does like to get back and hit the line strongly. But look, the horse is going really well at the moment. He's got the rider of the moment, Hugh Bowman, aboard as well. So look, everything's going well in that respect for him. So look, he definitely has to go in.
Yeah, Hugh's only ridden him once, and that was a winning ride. And I think you've hit the nail on the head that he's probably got the best man booked to take the ride. So for a horse who needs to be sort of weighted with and be ridden for a bit of luck, no better man than Hugh.
Speaking of Hugh, Nick, here are his stats for February, and it's a great record.
Certainly is. He's going great guns, isn't he? There you can see 10 winners, 6 seconds, 5 thirds, 22.72% the strike rate, and he just continues to boot those winners in, Paul.
Doesn't he? And look, yeah, some good rides there on the races here coming up on Wednesday. Happy Gathering, I think, is a chance, downgraded. Time Storm gets back, he'll be running on as well. And Compassion Super is a horse who's right bang in form at the moment.
Solar wins, and Adios complete his book, and certainly not without chances.
All right, so the boys think another possibly good night coming up for Hugh Bowman to keep those winners through February rolling in. E-Legend here, Paul. He was good to you last time. Doesn't have a great record when he comes up in grade, but can he change that here?
Well, he's going to get the perfect run. Zach knows the horse really well. He's going to get barrier number 2 from him. I think he's just going to get him behind this really good pace. He did win really impressively last time. He's a horse in form at the moment. Look, I'm going to stick with him.
Yeah, look, I know he's not been disgraced in this grade in 5 starts. Best placing was a second, but I would just take note that was off of 61. He's £5 higher this time in, so he's got to step forward again.
OK, so that's E-Legend. Next up, Nick, we've got Silver Hammer and Sight Spirit. Silver Hammer lightly raced, but he's a horse that has got better with each start.
Yeah, look, I actually like this fellow in this race. I think he's got a sound chance. He's had the 3 runs, and Richard Gibson's horses, they're starting to run some nice races. They're not winning, they're running well, a lot of them, and this horse has done just that. This race behind Garaitas, Encountered was second. I know, Paul, you quite like him a lot, and he is a decent type, so I think the form's OK.
Yeah, it's the best run we've seen so far. He's only had the 3 starts, so there was a bit of pace in that race, and he did finish off strongly enough. The other one, Sight Spirit's drawn wide. I think he's going to be too far back.
All right, got to come to Nick for this one first, Paul, because it's Red Majesty up at Chung Fa. Surely, Nick, we just overlooked those last 2 runs where he's just been savaging the leader and not finishing it off. He's been sent up to Chung Fa. Did you like the trial?
I didn't mind it. Look, he's a 6-year-old, and he obviously knows what it's all about now, coming up for start 35. But yeah, look, it was just a nice enough sort of trial. Just pushed out a little towards the finish, and last time out, obviously, he didn't beat a rival home. That was in the January Cup, perhaps a bit too rich for him, but he's much better credentialed at this level.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah, just got to carry the big weight. 135 against some of these horses worried me a bit.
All Riches, the likely leader, Paul, has been back to the trials. Now, it's on the all-weather. There is some form to come out of this race. Magniac, Wonder Kid have raced well, and the horse that actually runs last but not pushed around, Flying Mojito, has been victorious.
Yeah, so look, they've all come into this trial. Look, this is his go, though. He goes to the front and leads. If he gets an easy enough lead, then he can hang on. I've still got him in, but just on a minor line, because I think he'll get a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and it's a Happy Valley debut for him as well. So look, he's got a previous effectiveness at the track, somewhere he's never raced before. But look, trial looked good, and you're certainly get a run for your money because he'll be right up there from the get-go.
There it is. That's a look at the breakdown for race number 8. So we've seen all of them, Paul. Who do we take out and throw in?
Yeah, I'm going to go with E-Legend, stick with him. He's a horse in form at the moment. He's going to just get the perfect run. He maps perfectly there in barrier number 2. So just with that draw, he'll get his opportunity to win. He is on this sort of higher rating, but by distance, since he stepped up in trip, he's been racing really consistently. Solar Winds will need a bit of luck. He'll get back, but he should get the pace to suit. All Riches, look, as Nick says, hasn't been a Happy Valley race day before, but just the way he races on pace, he should suit the track. And I'm going to put Fords in. He's up in trip. I think the 1650 is ideal for him here. Now, he did win off a rating of 58. That was the only time he was in Class 4. Victor Wong rode him that day. He's riding him this time. But with the light weight and just up in trip, I think he can sort of run into a minor place. 8, 5, 9 and 12 for me.
Yeah, look, I think Silver Hammer's a horse that you might well pay to follow. He's an improver, and I think the form of that last race is going to hold up okay. So I'll put him on top here, and he's a decent enough sort of price at this stage as well for the Gibson camp. Meaningful Star, I think, might well be up to running a nice race after a lengthy layoff. Obviously, always a concern, but he has gone well fresh and second up in the past. So I think he'll acquit himself well. I put the 7 Havanagila in for third. I didn't think he was the worst of chances, judged on the best of his form. Red Majesty, I put him in now that he's downgraded, and I think he finds a more easier opportunity. 10, 3, 7, 1.